to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be doing a how to draw tutorial. Now I've been thinking really hard about this because I'm not the best artist in the world and I've never said that I am, and I'm self-taught, and I feel like, I don't know, I just don't feel like there's a right way, and I know some people will really disagree with me at this, but I think you just draw how you want to draw. Like, who the hell is to say that it's right or wrong? So I am gonna, like, if you do follow me, you'll know that I like to draw cute illustrations, and I like to make them up from inspiration around me. So I have decided to pick some random objects and then we're gonna change them into cute characters. So I'm gonna do a step-by-step way how I do this. What we do is, hold on, let me just get comfy. As you can see, my little teddy here, his name's Yuck. I love him. He's so ugly and I love it. Anyway, so what we do is we're going to go to Procreate. Now obviously if you don't have Procreate or if you don't have an iPad, you can do this with pen and paper, absolutely anything. But then you can use inspiration around you, but I like to, sometimes when I don't have an idea what to do, I use my good friend Pinterest. I've just had an idea. Let's do an object from different rooms of the house. So let's do kitchen first. Okay? So kitchen. So we're going to drag up from the bottom of the iPad and place Pinterest on the side so we can see. And then let's search for kitchen utensils. So this is a great way to get some inspiration for your drawings. So then obviously you can choose which best suits your ideas. I try and look for objects that I think I could make a shape out of, so maybe a spoon being the face. You could do a pan and his face on the lid. Yeah, so have a look and pick an object which you think you could turn into something. So then I had the idea of doing a kettle, so I've searched for kettles, and then I'm just scrolling to see which one I like the best. Obviously all kettles have the basic shape, they're all quite similar. I like the look of this one, it's quite vintage and I think I can create that into something. So we're going to take a screenshot of it, and then I still carry on looking for my other images so I don't have to do that after. So the next one is the front room. We're going to create something from the front room. So I actually had no idea what to create, so looking on Pinterest at front rooms gives you a bit of inspiration. So you'll find out later on in the video what I decided to do for the front room. I decided to skip to the last object as the video is so long, so I went to the garden and then I chose to do pebbles. I thought I could create a cute character as a pebble, and searching on Pinterest for pebbles came up with so many cute crafty ideas. There's so many talented people. Like, look at these dragonflies. Like, it looks so simple but it's just beautiful. And then these little guys came up, the little dog, and this super cute like group of pebbles around a candle, which I absolutely loved, which I took a screenshot of to save that as some inspiration for my character design. So now that we've got all of the images, we want to import these into Procreate. So I've took the kettle and I've put it onto my canvas, so we're just using a screen size canvas for this video. Obviously you can use whatever size canvas you think suits your drawing. So I cropped the picture and I put it to the side of my work. I'm going to use the outline pen on Procreate, and I think I actually downloaded this and I'll put the link in the bio. So what we do first is we just take the basic shape of the kettle. So this can be rough. I do a really rough sketch first. So we're just looking at the kettle, observing it, and just taking out those basic shapes. I put in some little bits of detail, but you don't have to do this yet. And then we draw the lid. And most of these are round, curved shapes. And don't worry if you don't get it perfect first time. And just keep looking back at the cowl and taking in all those details. And then we are going to do the handle. And again, like I said, this is just rough. We can do something which is really helpful, and this is another reason why I absolutely love to use Procreate after we've done the sketch, to get those shapes a bit more correct. Yeah, a bit more correct, I suppose. But again, it doesn't have to be perfect. These are characters, they can be unique, they can be however you like them. Okay, so now we've done the initial sketch, and like I said, this can be rough, it doesn't matter. So I use the liquify tool, and this is really helpful to adjust your sketch to get the shapes that you want. So I'm just making the handle of the kettle a little bit wider, and I just love this tool. And I even find now when I'm drawing traditionally with pen and paper that I try and adjust things with my fingers. I don't know if anybody else does this. Yeah, so this is really helpful to just help you get that shape that you want. Okay, so once we're happy with the changes we made with the liquify tool, I'm just going to make the kettle a little bit smaller because I decided to put all of the illustrations on the same piece of paper just for this video so you can see them all together. So then what I do is I go in and make that sketch layer's opacity lower so I can still see it, and I basically trace my own drawing. So I do this because I want the layer to be a lot cleaner, I want the lines to be cleaner. It's still very messy at the moment, so this is the clean-up job. So I'm just going over my work. Okay, so I'm happy with my sketch now, so this is the fun bit. This is when we turn our object into a character. So obviously you can add any features that you want, so I just do the eyebrows, the eyes and the mouth, but you could add glasses, freckles, hair, anything that you want to make that character unique and suit your style. And after you've done that, I just clean up the image, remove any lines that I don't need, and just make sure that it looks the way I want it to look before I add the colour, because if you add the colour and then realise that things aren't the way you want them to, this can be a bit of a pain to change. So I try and make sure the line work's all done before I go on to the next stage of adding the colour. And then I just add any other little details, see how they look. I sometimes remove these details, and that's fine. So I'm trying to make this video and cut it down as short as I can because at the moment it's like an hour long, so you get the gist of it. So I've imported a picture of a pillow from Pinterest, and then I've sketched over that. I've liquefied the rough sketch. As you can see, you can kind of see it underneath this finer line sketch that I'm currently doing. So then obviously we clean it up. There's the picture of the pillow. We clean it up, we've got our sketch, and I'm happy with that. I'm then going to move it up so it can fit the other pictures in that we draw, and then add the face. So I'm going to speed this bit up now until I've got our, I think it's four characters that we're doing, and then we'll do the colouring, and I'll talk you through that. So these are the stages that I take. I'm just going to recap them. So we get a picture from Pinterest as a reference, we import that into Procreate, and then we look at that, observe it, look at the shapes, because sometimes what you've got in your head isn't actually what it actually looks like. So make sure that you observe the object that you are drawing. I like to think of a pair of scissors. Like if someone told you to draw a pair of scissors without a reference, obviously you're going to draw the sharp edges, and then people usually draw the handles as two circles. But if you actually look at the scissors properly, they aren't circles, they're usually an oval and an egg shape. So really do have a look at that. A good activity that I did when I practice, because obviously I'm still learning about drawing and the correct shapes and anatomy and all of that. And one of the activities that I found really useful was to turn an object upside down and then draw it upside down. And what this does is it really makes you concentrate on those shapes, because it looks strange. Like if you had a picture of a rabbit and you turned it upside down, you really are going to concentrate on what you're drawing. So have a go at that. I found that really, really useful, and that helps me in my drawings now. So yeah, as you can see, I started on the lamp, so I imported that from Pinterest, and now I'm just taking some of those details. And like I said, these are our own characters. We don't want to copy other people's drawings or objects, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously you can create it the way you want to create it. Okay, so like I said before, I'm trying to speed up the video so I can get everything in that I want to say. So now we're on to the last character, which was the pebble stone, and I've tried to experiment with the expressions of these characters. So the stone is going to be angry. As you'll see in a minute, the lamp, I added some more extra features, so I've drawn arms on the lamp, and you can do anything to just bring that character alive. So like I said, the stone's angry. I think he's very grumpy, he's annoyed, and I think I might also add him a little t-shirt, so we'll do that now as well. So really just play around with your characters, have a think about what their personality and traits are, what's their background story, why are they angry, why are they happy, why do they look the way they look, why are they wearing what they're wearing. Like really bring your character to life, build upon those ideas. So now, as you can see, we've started to add some colour. So I have done the base colour of the kettle and the lamp. I've decided to go with pink, as if you haven't guessed already, pink is my favourite colour. And I'm just making some clean-ups now of the kettle, of bits that have gone over the edges, have either gone out of the outline. Okay, so now I am just making a new layer above our kettle, and I'm going to add some highlights. So I just use a white for this and add them in the areas that I think the light would bounce off from. And then I turn the opacity down on this, and I do usually use Gaussian blur, which just smooths out the light. I will show you how to do this in a minute. It's so annoying because I'm actually like watching this video and then dictating what I've done. I will never do this again because it's really hard to sound natural, so that's why I might be stuttering. But I did like record myself drawing and speaking at the same time, but yeah, it didn't go to plan because I lost some of the footage, and yes, I had to do it this way, so hopefully it's okay for you. And yeah, so now I'm just adding some of the shadow around the sides. So what I do is I colour pick the kettle so that there's a pink colour, and then on the layers I do a layer above the original colour, the original design, so the kettle, and then I choose for that layer to be multiply, so it will turn your pink colour into a darker pink, and then I use that to do the shadowing around the sides. So again, then I go into settings and I press Gaussian blur and I just adjust this, and it makes the shadow look a lot smoother, and I really like using this setting on my drawings. I think it makes it look a little bit more natural. And again, I am just adjusting the highlights and using Gaussian blur. I don't know, I just really like using this on my drawings. But obviously you don't have to go for that, it's just something that I do. Okay, so now I'm going to speed up the process again on the video. So I've done the base colour of the pillow, and I'm just adding the shadows and highlights like we did on the kettle. Yeah, so it's just the same process that I use in all of my drawings. However, I have done something really stupid in this video, and I don't know why I've done it, and you'll see now. I've actually done the colour on the same layer as the outline, which is really strange for me. I usually do the colouring underneath the sketch, but like you saw then, I just dropped the colour in, and that is a really easy way to colour. But I never colour like this. I don't know why I have done it on this video. I always colour underneath the outline layer, and I would highly recommend you doing this, because if you need to make any changes of the colour, it's a lot more easier. It's like if I needed to make changes now, I'd actually rub out the outline and it can be a nightmare. So yeah. And look, I need to do the face again, because obviously when I drop the colour in, it's covered the face. So I'm just going to add that now. And then to make the detail on the stand of the lamp, I've done a layer above the lamp outline, and I've turned that layer to add, and what this does is it makes the colour underneath it really bright. So as you can see, that white, and then I've adjusted the opacity and used Gaussian blur, and it just makes like a rusty texture, and I really like it. I think it looks really good. So that's what I've used to make that effect on the lamp stand. Okay, so now we're just going to take a yellow and add the light for the lamp. So the light is going to be on inside our lamp. So I just put this on top and then adjust the Gaussian blur so it makes the light a lot softer. And then I'm just going to adjust the light so it's spread out over the whole lamp and it looks like it's shining through the lampshade. And then I've sped up the video again and I've completed drawing the rock. Obviously I just used the same process as I've done for the last three. However, I used a textured brush in the paint brush pack on Procreate for the texture of the rock. And I really like this texture. I think it adds more character to the rock, and I added a little bit of blush to his face as he is angry. So yeah, that's my really short, maybe confusing tutorial on how to draw random objects into cute characters, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to gain something from this video.
Guys, ciao. Does ciao even mean hello? For God's sake, let's do it again. Hello again, guys. So I hope that video was okay. I know it was a little bit all over the place. So what happened was the first video, like when it first starts and you saw me, I recorded that a couple of days ago, and then I planned to get this YouTube video up on Saturday, and then while I was editing it on Friday, because I recorded like my face and me speaking to you while I was drawing, and then the iPad screen was going to come up in the corner, but when I was doing that I it didn't sync properly, so then I decided to scrap the video of my face and just have it as the screen like you saw. But then I had to like dictate everything that I was doing when I wasn't doing it, if that makes sense. So I was watching myself doing it and then I was telling you what I had done, so it didn't flow naturally for me. I hope it was okay for you. I hope you got something from the video, and I don't know if you noticed, but at the beginning of the video I've got a new intro, so it's different from the last video. Yeah, so the intro from that was I brought that, but I wanted something that was a bit more me and a bit more my business, so I've created something myself, which I'm quite proud of. I think it's cute. I am thinking about changing my logo, but this is still a thought, so I will process that and I will let you know what I'm going to do. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm thinking of changing it to suit my brand a little bit more, to make it more cute and a little bit more of a, I don't know, a doodle I suppose. Yeah, but I'm still thinking about that. I also found another spot, a good spot in my room to record the videos. I hope this looks better. I feel like the light's a lot better. I am sitting on the floor, so it isn't great, but I don't know, I just feel like the camera does look a little bit better. So I think that's all I've got to say. I don't know what that was about. I will speak to you in the next video. I don't know when that's going to be, but it will be soon. Have a lovely week, and thank you for watching. And if you don't already, subscribe to my channel, maybe like this video, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Ciao! Oh my god, I just realised I just said ciao, so ciao must mean bye. And then I just asked Alexa and she said that ciao is Japanese, so hopefully she's right. So yeah, ciao, bye.